everyone, I'm Sandy.
And I'm Stacey.
And we're the Fashion Girls. All right, today is Saturday, and we're just starting to feel better from the stomach flu. So, so bear with us. And it's very windy, and we have a rattling in the background that we have to totally apologize for. Okay, you may hear it in the background. The rattling is due to the wind in one of our vents in our house here, our dryer vent. So we apologize all the way around. Okay, so now that that's all the way out of the way, we promised you that we would do a video on we're going to start our review. So this is going to be part one of our review of 8 different clothing subscription boxes that we have tried so far.
Right.
Now, we've been doing this for the last 2 months, okay, as far as the boxes go. Some we started a little bit later than others, so, we don't have as many, some for various reasons. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start at number 8, come down to 7, 6, 5, 4. We're only going to do like from number 4 or 5 to 8. So we'll start at number 8, which is the least one, and then we'll work our way down in the second part down to number 1 to our number 1 box that we like. Okay, right. So again, I apologize for the pounding. So okay, so if that made sense, that's what we're going to do here. All right, so one thing before we get started, this is only our review, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to agree with us. Okay. Number 2, this is not to bash any company that we have dealt with.
Absolutely not.
We are not doing that. This is just our general opinions, our only opinions on the companies that we've tried. Okay. So we're not looking to get anything out of this. We just want to let you know that this is our list as far as the companies that we've tried so far.
And what we thought about it. It's our opinion. That's
right.
It.
It's our opinion, what we thought about the companies and our ranking. We're not saying don't try these companies. They are all worthy of trying, believe me. They're all great companies. They all have great, as we go through them, we have pros and cons. Okay. Look, it doesn't hurt to get one box, which I've done with one of these companies. And if you didn't feel like it was for you, then you just don't do it anymore. But tell them why. Be nice about it. Don't bash them. Don't badmouth them in any way, because that's not what we're here for. That's not what we're doing. We're just telling you the issues that we've had with some of the companies and why we rated them down on the list. And another thing, even though there may be companies down on the last 5, doesn't mean that Stacey and I won't ever order from them again, because there is 1 or 2 that I still will put in for a box.
Yeah.
And see what I get. I just won't get it every month. Let's face it. I mean, maybe many of you can get all these boxes, 8 different boxes every month. We can't. We can't afford it. And you'll lose, we just can't afford to lose some of the styling fees and all of that. So again, use your own discretion. Okay.
I mean, I've already lost styling fees already because I didn't like anything in the box.
Right,
but,
right.
It's better to lose the style. Well, I mean, you're not technically losing it. The stylists work hard, but I would rather give the fee to the stylist than to pay for something that I'm never going to pull out of my closet.
Right. Okay. So with that being said, we're going to start with the first box here now. Okay. as we said, we tried 8 different boxes. There is a box that we did not rate yet because we're still working on it,
Yeah.
and that is Mix and
Mix and
Match
Match
box. We've only had one, and we're doing a second one and a third one. We're kind of locked into a $5 fee, which is only a $5 styling fee.
So we'll let you know how that one goes.
We'll let you know how that one works out when we're all finished. Okay, so now this is the one we ranked number 8. Okay, now we got 8 different boxes. Number 8 is your at the lowest of the bunch. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. You can't try Style Logic. There's a lot of people out there that love Style Logic. This is the way we've rated it.
I got this cute little pair of capris from them.
Okay, so you did Style Logic, and
Yeah.
we'll tell you. Okay, so I have it all written down on my cheat sheets here. Okay, Stacey and I sat down and we wrote all this out. All right, so Style Logic. Okay, the styling fee is $20, and again, you do receive that $20 back, like you do all of the other style companies out there. That I'm sorry about that. Okay. It's $20 and for your styling fee, and that is for your stylist, okay? And it's like most of your other companies out there. Alrighty, so we're gonna go through the pros. The pros is you can get it on demand. You can get it every month, every other month. You can select on there. But what I like about it, you can get it on demand when you want to. You can just go on there and order yourself a box whenever you want to. Okay, the sizes are 12 to 36. Sizes are great. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There is 7 days. You have 7 days to return the box. The box comes to you free, and you get to ship out it free. If you buy 5 items, you get the 20% off of 5 items. Excuse me, plus your styling fee. If you refer someone, you get $10 when you refer someone. It usually goes after the other person buys their first item, you get $10 in credit, okay? And the price on Style Logic, this was part of the reason why I think I put it at number 8, I thought it was a little high at the time. So, you know, some things are medium priced. So I thought things were a little bit higher. Yeah. Okay. And I'll tell you why, because I have their paper in front of me. Alrighty. Why did we put it at number 8? Okay, number 1 was, and after I started, Stacey will finish what I'm talking about. Okay, they have the right to hold your complete entire box. So my whole box and came to a total of $207.20 with the discounts if I would have got everything. Okay, but they would have held over $284. Put a hold on it until you try everything on, get it back, and then they just deduct off of there the things that you send back.
No, if somebody was using
I don't like that.
A debit card, that could have been, because sometimes a bank doesn't release that right away. And especially for a company to hold over $200, if they would have done that, that's kind of not for me.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what happened. And I didn't question this, number 1, and I'll tell you why. They don't have a phone number.
Nope.
That's one of the reasons why some of these got down, kind of demoted a little bit, because I feel problems. I like talking to someone on the phone. It's too hard to email back and forth if you have issues, okay? They don't have a phone. You have to email them, all right? They did not hold anything.
But me, they held $50.
But when Stacey did it, they held $50
I got
until
that
they got it
back, but
Right.
you know.
Yeah. So that's better than holding the whole amount. However, I still don't like the idea that they hold something. Me, they did not hold. Her, they held. The only way I could decipher the reason why they did that is because maybe I have a little bit better credit rating than she does because she's disabled, or they don't ask you income or anything. They don't ask you social security numbers, but let's face it. In this day and age, they can do that. I'm not saying, please don't get me wrong, I don't know what their train of thought was, why they only did 0 to me and held $50 on her. So I have no idea. Did it have to go according to the price of your box or not? I don't know. I just thought,
I mean, like I said, I got I got a pair of capris out of it that I, had a geometric pattern out of it. So I'm not saying we didn't get good quality clothes, because we did. So.
Yeah. And if I didn't mention when you buy all 5, you get 20% off. I did mention that. Okay. Okay. So, like another part of the cons on here, or the pros, I should say. They have all the pictures down here of everything that you received. I did buy one top from them. But, and the stylist was very nice as far as the letter. They sent me a dress for $55. The bell sleeve floral blouse, Forgotten Grace, was $46, which I loved. I kept it. Nicole Miller, Soho Rise skinny jeans were $60, did not fit. Chestnut printed faux wrap top, which was very thin like a cardigan, was $68. I did not think I liked that. And Catherine's draped pleated top in purple for $55 was huge, huge, huge. So, and the A-line dress didn't fit well either. Now, those are normal things you come across on all of the subscription companies. You're gonna come across this, and what you need to do is you need to contact them and explain to them why. A lot of people don't leave comments. You need to leave comments to these companies, or they're not going to know what their problems are. My subtotal for my first box, I asked for ruffles, and they were ruffles on the bell sleeve floral top, which was why I kept it. It was $46. When I got my 20 off, it was $26. Okay, so that wasn't bad at all. But everything else in there was okay. I understand it's your first box, and they don't know you by any means. They don't know you. So it is hard, and I do think the stylists do a wonderful job. So I did not order another Stylogic box at this point.
Maybe we will in the future. We'll give it a try. But
yeah, it doesn't mean we're never ever going to order one. Maybe later on down the road, I'll put in for one and see what happens again if they hold anything on my account. I guess because we got one box, and I don't want to keep continuing on about this. I got one box, and the two cons that I didn't like about it was the fact, even though they did not hold any of my money, I didn't like the fact they held $50 of Stacey's money, and her money is more valuable. Not that I have money to throw away either. I'm not saying throwing away, but to pend. Neither one of us have the luxury of having $50 or $200 and some dollars penned on your account when you need that money for bills and other things. Okay. So, I would suggest, if you're doing Stylogic for the first time, in case they would hold the whole box or something, I would probably put it on a credit card or something that you're not going to miss that money until it's being sent back, or until it's not pending anymore.
Right.
Okay. And I didn't like the fact that it didn't have a phone number. All right. So maybe down the road, I will try Stylogic again. All right. So I can't say too much about the customer service because I really didn't deal with them. All right.
So, the next one, which is number 7.
The
Now,
next,
many of you get this box. I know that. However,
you're going to gasp.
yeah.
Some of you are going
Some
to
of you.
gasp. Okay. And we know you cannot believe everything you read out there about some of these boxes or anything out there on the internet these days. Okay. Number 7, we put Fashom. Fashom. Now, Fashom, listen to me. I think you are a very wonderful upcoming company.
We're even wearing Fashom shirts.
The top I have on is Fashom.
Yep.
I don't know how to put this.
There's some pros.
Okay, let me go through and I'll explain to you why.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, Fashom has been watching our YouTubes and we greatly appreciate it and giving us your feedback. So now we would like to give you a little more feedback on how possibly you can improve on some things. Now, I'm going to tell you, even though we rated you number 7 on our list, I will probably be trying, absolutely. In fact, I'm getting my 3rd Fashom box today. I will probably continue on, with you for a while and see how we do, because it takes a while for your stylist to get to know you. All right. However, as far as Stacey,
mine's on the back burner for right now.
She just needs to put it on the back burner for right now because she's very upset about a couple of the issues that she's had. Okay. The pros, Fashom. You get your first 2 style boxes, styling fee free. Okay. After that, your 3rd box starts at $15. Now, what's nice about that, they help out a portion, goes to the New York rescuing dogs in New York rescue dogs, to get them off the streets. And I think that is a wonderful, wonderful cause. So thank you, Fashom, for doing that cause. All right. The sizes, they have 0 to 4X. And they have a 3-day return policy. I do want to tell you, be careful of your return policies. Look at them. Get it back. Because they will charge you the whole amount of your box if you don't get it sent back in that time frame.
Also, remember what I said, take a picture of your label and make sure if any issues arise.
Yeah, and we'll tell you why. Okay, your referral, you get $10 for each person you refer in credit. If you buy 3 or more items, you get 25% off of 3 or more items, plus, I would say plus styling fee, but we're going to go there because there's kind of confusion about the styling fee. Okay, and you can get to preview, at least you get to preview a whole bunch of items of what you would like. You put in for a Fashom box. In about 3 days, 3 to 4 days, they get back to you. They show you items you'd like to have. You click on them, and then that's what they would like you to send. Okay, you would like them to send you. Okay, if you don't like them, you can click on you don't like them, tell you why, and they'll do it again. All right. So it does take a while, and I'll tell you why. All right. And the price is a little more budget friendly on most of the clothes. I would have to say on almost all of the items.
Yeah, they're not bad at all.
So they're not bad as far as pricing at all. Fashom is a very affordable company, and they are quality clothing, and they're getting into more quality brands that other companies deal with, other subscription boxes deal with. All right. So, okay, now, I do have my 3rd box coming, like I said, is today, and I will let them know how everything fit in the box or whatever, okay. All right, and they kind of listen when you tell them in the notes what you want. And it has to do with what they have in stock at that time. And they'll tell you if they have it, don't have it, whatever.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were saying, they were looking for this, looking for that, looking for lace. I think this is my first box that I've got anything in there that even remotely has a little bit of lace in. Okay. All right. Now, the cons about what we did not like about fashion, or I can't even, okay, we'll just put it that way. All right. It does take a long time.
Yep.
It takes at least 14. My first box took me a total of, and I am totally not exaggerating, 18 to 20 days. We had delivery issues going on there. It got lost, which was really not their fault. It was the post office because it does come USPS. Okay, but normally they tell you 12 to 14 days. It could take a little bit longer. If you get new items that you want to pick out, it goes a little bit longer. Okay, so they do take a long time. They don't have a phone number.
No.
Okay, it is through email again only. All right. Sizing. The sizing is definitely across the board. And what I mean by that, something that's supposed to be 3X fits small. This is a 3X. I normally take a 1X.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stand up.
And that was actually in my last box.
And this was in her last box. I loved it. But this is supposed to be a 3X.
Yeah.
Okay? And I take a 1X. And it just fits me perfect.
Yep.
So, I'm not saying it's their fault because it happens in all of the boxes. Okay? So, but I find out it's been happening a little too often on their sizing, size-wise. Okay? All right. In fact, I just got a notification my fashion box was delivered probably down in my mailbox. I'll get it later and do the video on that. Okay? Yep. All right. So sizing is across the board. No surprise there. We have that problem with all the companies. Yeah. I just think a little more so with fashion. Sizing is a little off. Okay? All right. Return issues. Okay. All right, let's do this one first. We're getting inconsistent information.
Yes. And this is where it comes.
This is where we're confused. And fashion, if you watch this, please, if we're wrong, please inform us. Inform everybody else. People that have been doing tons and tons of them. I don't know. This is new to us, but please come on and inform us because I know you sent a note to Stacey on how the styling fee works. Now, we assumed, now this is my third box. I was not charged the $15 for the third box coming ahead of time. Stacey got her third box.
And I was because I didn't keep anything. And that's perfectly fine. Okay. The 15 went towards the stylist.
So Stacey would have forfeited.
Right. But the fourth box, however, when I went to check out, there was no styling fee whatsoever. So I'm going to read something to you. This is right from the Fashion's website. It says, the first 3 styling sessions are free if you signed up before August 31st, 2018, which we didn't. We were after. You get your first 2 free. After the first 2 free styling sessions, you will be charged a $15 styling fee. However, this fee is applied as a credit to your purchase if you decide to keep an item from your order. This fee applies at the time of submitting a styling request, which, like I said, the fourth box, there was never a styling fee submitted. And I'll read the email that they sent to me. If you cancel your preview session, the styling fee will be applied. Unlike other similar services, we style you at the time of preview and not at the time of shipment. And this is the email that I got from Fashion when I had emailed them about the styling fee, because I had assumed I had gotten the styling fee off my shirt or towards my purchase. And so Team Fashion wrote, "Hi Stacey, the first two sessions are free. So you were charged a styling fee on your third session because you didn't keep anything from your box." That's no surprise because nothing fit right. So that's fine. "You don't pay a styling fee if you choose to keep at least one item from your current box. But once you have been charged, it doesn't go against your purchase in the next one. You will only not get charged another styling fee if you chose to keep one item from your current box. Please let me know if you have any other questions. Thanks." So the way I'm understanding this, if you keep at least one item from your box, no styling fee applies.
You don't get a
You
styling
don't
fee.
get a styling fee, which
means you don't get the $15 off because there is no styling fee if you purchase one or more items.
which is different from what they say on their webpage.
Yeah, because on their webpage it's saying you will be charged a $15 when you're being styled, and then at the end, like the other ones work, you get your $15 back off of your item. That's not what
That's not what I read from the email.
Yeah.
So if we're not understanding this, Fashion, come on and comment. Let us know.
Yeah, or
like
any other viewers out there. Let us know if you've been doing it for a while and how they've been doing it to you. With the or how they've been doing it with you, I should say. Because we're just a little confused. Now, if that's the way it works, really works, that they don't charge you a styling fee,
they might want to fix it on
they
their
might
webpage.
want to fix it on their webpage, because
and for our review, that's how we came up with inconsistent information. That's what we meant.
Right. It's just being inconsistent there.
Right.
Okay. Credit issues, Stacey.
Credit issues. Yes. Well,
Which means she had how much in credit? $10.
I had $10 in credit
From a referral.
And my mom was sitting right next to me, so we know at the end of your transaction, before you hit to complete order, you actually have to hit apply credit, which we did.
I sat right next to her because Stacey has memory issues because of her disability, but I sat right next to her. We hit the credit applied. It applied it. It went through. It said it was like stuff came to $66 or something like that then with the credit applied.
Right. The credit was never taken off. And basically Fashion blamed me for not hitting the apply credit.
Yeah, and so therefore they said they could not reverse it back on their end. They could not reverse it because she didn't hit it. And she did hit it. And I would like to say, if you go on, what did you go, like Facebook or some of those, the comments, there are several comments stating the same situation happened to them.
Yeah. So, I mean, use your judgment. Maybe in the future I might try them. But for right now, for me, they're just on the back burner. I mean, I'm not saying they're not a good company. Don't get that impression. We're not bashing them.
Because we're wearing them. Clothes from them. We love them. But there's one more thing I'd like to address is return issues.
Yes.
The very first box that she got, she returned her box within the time frame. And
a week later I got an email saying to return your returns or they're going to charge my card.
Yeah, they were going to charge her card for the whole box. And then she kept after them probably like 2 or 3 days later. They came back and she said, "Look, I'm really getting upset here. I returned this box. We had no proof that we returned it because we gave it to our mailman. Okay, so we didn't have a tracking number. We didn't have anything. And that's why we say in our videos now, and not just because
Not just fashion,
it's
any of them.
any subscription company now that before we send it back, we take a picture of the label for the tracking number. That in case there is a problem, we have a tracking number to track anything, whether it's clothing, makeup. We just got computers from a home shopping company, channel. Take pictures. We take pictures of everything that we send back. Anything that we return, we take pictures of the label now, so that we have the number so the post office or UPS can track it. UPS is pretty good about tracking things, but we've had an issue with them because of the fact he said we need the tracking number.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and Fashion did say, we contacted them twice about it, and they did say they would look back in the warehouse because she said, again, look, I don't want to be charged for all this. I sent it back. Finally, a few days later, they got back to her and said, oh yeah, I guess basically that they found it and whatever.
Yeah.
My opinion is you need to get your act together. Really. You're a great company. Please, you are. Fashion, you're a wonderful company. I love I love entrepreneurs that come out and bring a service to us. Like, I would have never picked this top off the rack, even though it was in her box.
Yeah.
I love this top. She loves her top. We bought other things from you. But, I know when you start out, you have limited. I don't know what your situation is. I'm just saying. I have a small craft business, and where I make soap. I make my own soap. I do craft shows, and I like to get out there and work with the people. Customer service is your number one priority. Any company that is out there, customer service should be. I was in retail a long time. Customer service needs to be your first priority, or you're not going to keep your customers. And that's what you want. You don't want fly-by-night customers. You want valued customers.
Right.
And Fashion, I know you have valued customers. We watch tons of them on Facebook. Or not Facebook, YouTube. But YouTube. We watch tons of them on YouTube. And you're a great company. We're not criticizing you by any ways or means. We think you have great clothing. You have great prices that we all can afford. Just what we pointed out to you is things that we think you need to work on a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, will I be getting more Fashion boxes? Of course. I have one coming today. If I didn't want to get another box, I wouldn't have gotten this one. And this is my third one that's coming today. And will I continue to get more? I probably will. But you need to be a little more diligent on a couple things that we pointed out. Okay, so we appreciate you being out there. And yes, I'll continue doing business with you. Okay, so and we're happy that you watch our videos. We greatly appreciate it and your feedback on us.
Yeah.
So we're just giving you a little more feedback on your end. Okay, so that's all we're going to say about Fashion because it's getting a little bit longer. Fashion, you're still awesome. We're just pointing a few things out. Okay, all right. Now, number 6. Some more people are probably going to gasp, but I put Trunk Club. Trunk Club, as you know, is put out by the Nordstrom company. All right. And it's a $25 styling fee.
Which that fee is waived if you have a Nordstrom card.
Yes. Thank you, Stacey. She remembers that. Okay. Okay. The pros. They are Nordstrom, which you already know is going to be a little high on the price end. Okay. You do get to pick things out. You do have a preview of what you would like to get. It's 7 to 11 items. They have sizes petite to plus to size 22. Okay, and the only deal you get with them is, I believe it's 20% if you buy the whole box.
No, it's just your styling fee.
or maybe it's just a
I think
styling
it's just
fee.
a styling fee.
If I'm wrong on that, please correct me, everybody that gets Trunk Club. Okay, so all right, it may be only your styling fee. I'm not quite sure because Trunk Club I only got 2 boxes, and I'll tell you why. It comes UPS in a beautifully cardboard trunk, which is adorable. It makes you feel like a queen when you get it. The customer service and stylist was wonderful. Their customer service is totally, totally great. And stylist did listen to me. You can talk directly back and forth to your stylist all the time. And I believe I had Marissa, and she was wonderful. Okay. And you do have 5 days to return it. Make sure you return it in 5 days. All right. Now, the cons. I thought the plus sizes were too small. They were definitely off. I was getting 1X, 2X that felt like a medium.
Yeah, they were a little
They
small.
were really small. And then there was just the sizing almost every time was off. And to give you that indication how off it was, I got it twice, and both times I bought shoes. Which was great because I got really nice shoes. The first time I got a pair of taupe suede booties with a little tassel on the back. And the second time I got a wonderful pair of black genuine leather sandals at a great price. Okay, so that was really great. So that's to give you a little bit of indication of how the clothes are fitting me in general. There was one item, I think it was a pair of jeans that I loved, but there is no way I was going to pay $119 on sale for a pair of jeans. That's just way out of my price range, okay? And I understand that because it's Nordstrom. I'm not like stupid here, or, enough to know that Nordstrom is going to be a little more pricier, okay? But they were sending some tops. The tops, when I said I wanted to go down a little bit lower, the tops I felt like were just thrown in there. Anything they could find were like active wear kind of tops. All right. So I just think, for me, the reason why I put it at number 6 is because of the pricing, and the sizes just didn't fit me. They say they go up to 22, but
honestly,
in reality,
like even for a person my size, I don't even think some of the clothes would even fit me. That's one of the reasons why I didn't even try.
Okay. And I'm sorry, there were also the referral. If you refer someone, you get $50 in credit after they spend $50. Okay. Now, and the last thing, when I was saying about their customer service and stylist was great. An exception for one person that I spoke to, and I think that's why I didn't put in for a third trunk. I said it's on demand, or you could get it monthly too. Was because one person they do have a phone number, and one person that I called and spoke to, had said to me, not very nicely, I might add, that she told me, she said, "Ma'am, well, the pants start at $69. We don't have pants under $69.
Unless you want leggings.
Unless you want leggings." Okay. And the leggings, I think, were $59 and just not worth it. I understand they're giving you a service because it's coming right to your home. But, I did like Trunk Club. I liked the way it came to your front door. I love the way it was packaged. I love the way you can call and ask questions. For me, I don't think the sizing is quite right for me. And I know it's a high-end company. And so out of all of them that I tried, I think Trunk Club was the most expensive for me. For you, it might not be. For me, it was the most expensive clothing to try. All right. So for that reason, I'm not saying I might not ever get another trunk club. I'd like to try another trunk club. In fact, I might try one at the end of the summer, or if I get that little itch to try one, I might put in for one and see what they give me. And as you know, we'll always put them down. We'll always post them. But that's the reason why I put Trunk Club at number 6. Trunk Club, you're great. You're Nordstrom clothing. You are very classy, upscale, uh, you know, and that's why your pricing is the way it is, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. If I had the money to buy out of there what I wanted, if it fit right, and if it was an unusual piece, I probably would have bought it. But if you go back and see, I did buy only shoes out of the 2 that I got because the clothing just did not fit me right. It fits someone for us. The cut was smaller in the sizing of the clothes. Okay, so for that reason, that's why I put you at number 6. Again, doesn't mean I'm not ever going to order from you again. I may order another trunk in the next few months. I don't know. You're there for me, and I'm not going to say that I'm never going to order another trunk. I may in the summer order one and see what you have to offer. Okay, so that's Trunk Club. Number 5 is Natalie. Natalie Attired. We put Natalie Attired at number 5. Now, number 5, we put Natalie is because, again, I'll go there. It's $20. It's a $20 styling fee.
It's on demand.
It's on demand again. Did we say they do have a phone number?
Yes, they do have a phone number, customer service number.
Okay, they have sizing from 2 to 22 is the top of their range. You have 3 days to return your items, and the referral is if you refer someone, you get $25 for yourself. Okay, if you refer a friend. All right. Natalie, we did call. Yeah, their customer service again was great. They answered all of our questions. They were very nice. The clothing, I have a couple pieces from Natalie.
Yeah.
Natalie, unfortunately, I'm only finding like a piece here, a piece there.
I mean, my first box, I had like extra larges, 1Xs.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, when I did call, it gave me my second box. They rolled. How do I put it? They
just took
They waived the styling.
They waived the styling fee.
So that was very nice of them.
That was very nice of them. Yes, to do. So, so I don't know if I did 2 or 3 boxes. We still have each of us a Natalie video to put out there. So someday in our future here, we'll get them out. Okay, we do have some Natalies on here, 1 or 2. I think. So you can get an idea or feel what we said about the clothing. All right, the cons. Okay. Okay, customer service attitude. Stacey did call Natalie on the box and explain to them that she was very disappointed in her box, and
I mean, the attitude on a couple people I've spoke with, I don't want to say condescending, maybe down to earth, maybe. I don't know if I cared too much for her attitude.
They kind of talked down to her.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I guess that's the way of putting it. Not everyone, because I called them for an issue and they were wonderful.
Yeah.
And I know everybody gets a bad day here, but again, what did I just say? Customer service is everything. And sometimes you get that one person that isn't so nice and you don't forget that.
No.
So, and another thing with Natalie, I think I conveyed a couple things to them, and it's like they don't kind of listen to what you want. that out of the mall, I think with Natalie, they kind of didn't listen to what I was looking for or what my style was. And I know it takes a couple boxes, again, to get it right. But I just feel like one box, I just feel like they threw in there what they wanted to throw in what they had around. I mean, that was just my general opinion. I'm sorry, Natalie, but that was my opinion on that box. Um, you know, uh, I don't even remember. I just had, oh, here it is. Okay. With Natalie, this box number 3, I did keep the Zenobie, the sleeveless grommet front check top. $39. Pricing is wonderful with
Yeah,
Natalie.
pricing wasn't bad.
Okay, so that's one of the cons, or one of the pros I forgot to put in. Natalie Attired has wonderful pricing. Okay, and they just, in fact, there may be a few things that you won't like. In fact, there was a red extra large shirt on there that I was thinking about getting too. But it, again, it goes according to how much money you have to spend. Most of the tops that I received were under $39. There was a pair of skinny pants for $59 and a ruffle top for $44. So, the pricing wasn't bad. And Stacey's going to read now for the
they
pros.
just came out with this, and this is a really good pro, which I'm going to give them one more try. Who knows?
This is their new plan, which might still keep me, which I said I probably will still order from Natalie. Here's their new plan they just rolled out.
If you keep all 5 items, you save 30%. So that's 30%. More than any other styling company out there.
Yeah.
If you keep 3 to 4, you save 20. And then if you just keep 1 or 2, then you just get your styling fee off. So, and then you get your little personalized note, which I love. So.
This is a nice touch that Natalie does. My stylist is Annie, and look at the cute little handwritten note that they give you. So kudos to Natalie, because I think that makes everyone's feel special. That's really nice that Natalie does that for you.
That's a special touch.
It's a special touch. Okay. So I think that touch is really, really nice. Comes beautifully packaged, just like all of the other companies. All right. So go on and watch the video. And the sizing. I've had things, again, some things were small, fit small, some things fit large, and again, it's the cut, the fit, it is the clothing company on how it's cut and how it fits. So be very specific on your sizing, okay? Other than the sizing, Natalie, we think you're wonderful as far as keeping the pricing at an affordable price for all of us. I just think customer service needs to listen just a little bit more. Go look back on your notes. And your sizing is definitely improving. Okay, so kudos to that. Your sizing's greatly improving. And I think, Natalie, you're going to do wonderful. And I'll tell you, because of the fact keep all items at 30% and 3 to 4 at 20%, that's why I'm still going to order from you. Yeah. Because I think that's a great incentive if, when there are items in there that I really want to keep and get that 30%, 20% off, and the styling fee, which I think that's what I got off of this one. Let's see, your styling fee will be deducted from the cost to keep and receive an additional 30% off. Yep. For instance, these 5 pieces that I got came to $220. If I would have kept all 5 pieces, I would have got 30% off plus the 20. A $220 collection would have came down to $140. Is that worth it? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, Natalie, keep up the good work. Keep improving the things that you're improving, and you are doing wonderful. I will be ordering maybe not every month, but I'll be ordering more styling boxes or style boxes from you. Okay? All right, so that's it on Natalie Attired. If anybody has any questions about all of these, please don't hesitate to comment down below or ask us any questions that you would like on this review. And the one that brings us up to number 4, and that's where we're going to end our video, is at number 4. Because then the top 3, we, are going to go a little more into depth on why we rank them as our top 3. Okay? Right. Number 4 is Thread Up. Thred Up. UP. Now, I think this company is also an awesome company. What it does, it's a secondhand consignment clothing company, and it recycles secondhand clothes, just like you would go to your local thrift store. However, on a much bigger scale, and much, I think, better scale. I'm not saying there's anything wrong going to your local thrift store like Salvation Army or Goodwill. They all go to good causes, the money. I think that
I get the $10 goodie boxes, and I have a lot of fun with them. You can go in and pick 10 items. I mean, it does take time, so make sure you have some time to do that.
Yeah.
Or you can have a stylist do it, whichever you prefer. But I like to go in and pick 10 items that I like, and, you pay your $10, you ship it. They'll ship it to you free of charge. And you try it on. Your $10 styling fee, as I call it, will go towards anything you purchase.
Now, you can get individual items from them, and there's always look for coupon codes down at the bottom of your screen, or there's always coupon codes, but don't forget, say you want 1 or 2 things or 3 things that you want to order to try on. You could be paying as high as $8, $7 or $8 for shipping and handling.
Yeah.
Why not pay the $10, pick out 10 things, get a goodie box.
That $10 goes towards...
The $10 goes...
your purchase
It doesn't go out the window like your shipping and handling. It goes toward your goodie box.
Yeah.
Okay? So, the pros. Okay, if you get a goodie box, you get 10 items that you pick, or you can have a stylist pick them for you. They have sizes all over the board, from 0 to 30.
Yeah,
I mean, they have brands. They have a lot of brand names. I got a pair of Land's End jeans with the tags on, brand new, for $14.
I mean, you guys know I like cut from the cloth. I've gotten cut from the cloth.
We got a lot of clothes with tags are still on. When you do the style quiz, every single company has a style quiz. When you do the style quiz, go on there and put down you want gently used or with the tags or whatever. And you can check, I believe you can check as many as you want. I checked with the tags and gently used. I think I did. Gently used are like people just took the tags off and never wore them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You have 7 days to try the clothing on and to get it back. It's also on demand. You can get it anytime you want to. You don't have to get it monthly. It's basically on demand whenever you want a box. When you put in for a box, you can get your boxes fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Okay? And their incentive is if you buy $75, you get $10 in credit.
For next time.
For next time. All right? I'm not sure if there's a referral link. If you refer someone. We double check on that because we're not sure. Okay? Now, the cons. Okay. We have noticed on our first box that there was a slight smoke odor to a couple pieces of the clothing, which unfortunately kind of drew through the box. I don't know why, because they have been very diligent in the other boxes we've got.
Yeah.
As far as, the smell. There were a couple pieces we got kind of had a mildew smell. Now, your boxes come out of the closest place near you, warehouse near you, okay? And they will explain all of that to you if you join. Now I don't know if it's from sitting in the warehouse. Was it a musty place? I don't know. It could have been just us, but we've noticed there were some pieces, and someone else on another video said some of her items came from a household that kind of smelt like old clothes. Okay. Now, don't let this knock you down with not getting it.
I just got a
Because
box.
we just
and
got a box
yeah.
and it was perfectly fine. Now, some of the clothing in there kind of does have, like the old dry cleaning smell. Some of the clothing to me have kind of like that hint to it. So whatever we buy, obviously, we wash before we
Right.
wear it. So maybe they do put them through a fluff dry with the tags on or whatever. I don't know. I'm just assuming. Okay? I'm just assuming. And people have got boxes that, if you get a brand new piece of clothing with the tags on, it smells like a piece of clothes you would buy in the store. Okay? So I'm just saying, when you get your box, you use your own judgment, on what you think about it. I think it's great because I got like I said, I got a pair of Lands' End jeans that are brand new with the tags on for $14, and they go for a lot more than that.
And I got cut from the cloth jeans, so
yeah, they carry Calvin Klein, and Klein too. Like it goes on and
yeah,
on.
it goes
Okay.
on.
Okay. They don't have a phone number.
No.
So you have to email them at all your correspondence. And I didn't put them way down at the bottom because I did buy quite a few pieces from ThreadUp. And I'm talking like I bought tops with the tags on that went for $25 and got them for $7.99. So that's what I'm saying. You got to give them a try.
Yeah, definitely.
Be careful of sizing.
Yeah.
Something that says 2X, go down and read the measurements of the bust, because even though it says 2X doesn't mean it's 2X sizing. Read your sizing proportions and read imperfections. It might say slight stain on gently used, or even on brand new. It might say slight stain, slight pull.
Even though it has the tags on it, still
even
may
though
say
it has
with
the
a snag.
tags on. Okay, so don't say I'm not going to give ThreadUp a chance because of that, because they are very well worth it.
Oh yeah.
And the money they do put back into giving to organizations that need it. There are, I don't know about how much, but they do help them out. And it's a way to recycle clothing that people can afford that mainly couldn't afford Calvin Klein or Anne Klein or Land's End or a lot of the expensive clothes. I know I can't, So please try Thread, THRED, Thread Up. We have a couple videos up that we did on Thread Up.
Yep.
And Stacey's gotten several boxes, like maybe 5. And we didn't videotape them all, but there were certain pieces she was looking for, and she tried them on. In fact, she just did get an outfit from ThreadUp, So try that company. ThreadUp is wonderful. And don't forget, it's pre-owned or new clothing with the tags on that people didn't want anymore. Okay? So that was basically... I know. I talk too much. We just want to get information out there. Again, I'm going to say this again. Please, all of the companies that we mentioned, we love you. We think you offer a wonderful service to everyone. There's people like my daughter here, if I would not be around, would not be able to get out and get her clothing. And people that are higher up in sizes, up to 5Xs. So, like, these companies, I just think are wonderful as far as being out there and offering you that service for you. And they all have their pros and cons, just like any other department store will have their pros and cons.
Yep.
And so we're, again, this is just our opinion. Okay? You can take it or leave it. You can yell at us. You can whatever, But I don't want any of the companies to think that we're coming down on them, because we're not. We're just giving you our opinion on how things went for us. Okay? So that's it. I'm done talking. Hopefully the weather will improve. It's supposed to be 52 degrees tomorrow. I need to go grocery shopping, or I'm not going to be eating anything, and neither is she. We're going to be losing a lot of weight so that we can buy more clothing. It'll give us the chance to buy more clothing. Okay, so we did number 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we will come back with number 3, 2, and 1. Say in about a day or two.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be doing a video today. Maybe tomorrow night. We'll have to see. Tomorrow night or Monday night. And we'll get it posted as soon as possible. Everybody watch this. Breathe. It's an hour. I apologize, but there was a lot of information to get out there. We wanted to get them done. Mix and match box, we just started, so that's kind of like an afterthought for right now. That's on the back burner because maybe, we won't be getting that anytime soon. So as soon as we did put one up, I believe, on mix and match box on our channel. So watch it. And we really can't form an opinion about it yet because we only did one box. We only got one box. Okay. So other than that, we appreciate you watching.
Like and subscribe.
Hit our subscribe button. Please, please, please. We only have 18 subscribers. Please subscribe to us. We would really appreciate it. I do this every time. We're going to bring a lot more different videos to you, I promise. We're just waiting for this stinking weather. We live in Pennsylvania, and we just had snow again last night.
Waiting for my Harry Potter box to come.
Yeah, so we have other things that we're going to do, and I might even put a vlog in there in between just myself doing something, other than the soap vlogs I put in, like a daily vlog or something. Someone asked me to do that. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Might have her do a HelloFresh. We'll see.
Yeah, we have HelloFresh coming again next week. So, maybe you get a good laugh out of me cooking. So, I love cooking, but oh well. Okay. So, hit the subscribe button, please. We would greatly appreciate it. We appreciate all the viewers out there that take the time to come to watch us on our channel, and our subscribers. Yes. Please subscribe. Hit the notification button so you know when we have a video coming up. And click our like button. And leave comments. And, if there's any information that we got wrong in this video, please let us know down below.
So we can correct it.
Yeah, so that we can correct and give you the correct information. All right? And try and please be kind. Okay? I mean, we like constructive criticism, but be kind and just say, hey, no, that's not the right information. This is the right information. Okay, so that's it. We're going to let you go. We bored you enough. I hope not. Okay, I hope that we do try to get the information out there for you if you're considering some of these subscription companies. And watch our videos and form your own opinion. Okay, this is just our general opinion. All right, so I'm going, I promise. All right, I'm Sandy.
And I'm Stacey.
And we are the Fashion Girls. Okay, bye-bye now. Have a great day.